Going on, everybody? Good to have you back. Um, I have to actually go with some new settings here because I got all jacked around from doing all kinds of stuff. So just bear with me, and we will get through this real fast. So how's everybody doing out there? We're just gonna basically kind of go over some things today that I think be pretty good. Kind of share some things that I'm doing and that what things that work for me because it doesn't work for everybody, right? Everybody's different in their own way, so that's why having a plan is absolutely important. Kind of perfect to do this too because it's going to give us plenty of time for people to kind of come in here a little bit and stuff. Um, since I messed with any of this stuff. Hmm. How many people we got on here anyway? One viewer. Alright, sounds good. Yeah, I gotta do some adjusting to my settings here because I kind of messed up. But that's okay. It's no big deal. Haters on here or nothing. That's pretty awesome. I don't want to look at that right now. Volume. Don't really care about that right now. Lines up here. Done this. Sometimes whenever you have to go back into these settings after you have it already set up for so long, um, you kind of forget some things, you know? Kind of forget some stuff when it comes to these settings. Plus, not only that, some of this stuff actually moves. Ah, here we go. This should be better. Really, that's literally it. That's all you got for me here. No, I don't really care about that. How's everybody doing today? Um, what are you guys doing currently in the markets? You just kind of hanging tight, being patient and stuff? Or are you guys buying anything? Are you not buying anything? Pretty curious. Let me know. With that. That works for me for now. I can make all the fine tune adjustments later. I wonder if all my charts are even still up like they were before. Probably a great question. This thing not working well? Let's see. Yeah, seems like the stream health is just fine. So that's good. Oh, look at some damn charts. But it's not trying to pop up. So weird. Alright, well, we can get rid of that now. We can get rid of this. I kind of wanted to do like a little recap too on some gems and such that we did before. Stuff that we've called out during this bear market that I thought would be pretty cool to kind of pay attention to, you know. Um, I don't know if you guys remember, I did actually make a TikTok on this. It's called Hello. Um, you can find it on Gate.io. But this guy, it was so crazy. We found this one at 0.004, 0.005. I thought it was really cool. There we go. Yeah. We got really lucky on this one when we found it. And as you see, ever since it had came up, touched that 1618, and even went just a little bit higher. So that was pretty cool. Um, this, in my opinion, do your own research. I think this could be very interesting. Looks like CoinMarketCap kind of changed up their whole look too. But max supply is 1 billion tokens. Not not a terribly high supply. There's a lot of other ones out there as well uh, with roughly about the same supply. But hello, do your own research. I think it could be pretty awesome in the near future with this next up and coming market cycle. So yeah, that's what I say. Let's see. There we go. All right. So let me actually share this live stream. Share in the Discord. If you guys are in the Discord, please feel free. Go ahead, join our Discord. It's gonna be fun. A lot of smart. We got a lot of cool, smart people in there. Yeah. Um, really just kind of wanted to get on here today, kind of talk about Bitcoin in just a little bit. Um, we have some other targets up in this range, but we gotta break. We gotta make a higher high here. That's what we're looking for. Um, we just broke the zero line on histogram for the MACD on the daily chart a couple days ago, so that's pretty good. Let's look at our 1 week though. 1 week looking good. Actually, the bands are looking to expand to the upside, so that's definitely a positive. But we are going to have to get above the 100-day moving average, which is just kind of chilling up here, right about like right here, almost right around 32K roughly. Um, no need to give you some exact numbers, but as you can see, we got our signal line crossing up here on our RSI. We are above 50 on the weekly, and we're above the zero line on histogram for the MACD. But what's pretty cool is we get a weekly close above the 20 here on our Stotch. That's gonna confirm that we are gonna have some momentum going potentially to the upside, which I do believe so. Honestly, I kind of see us coming up to this range here about 32.9, 33,000, and maybe probably getting rejected for the first time because as you can see there's some resistance up here, but that's okay. Even if it were just to kind of chop and go sideways in a range, I'm perfectly fine with that too. But eventually we will end up gaining the 50-day or the 50 fib, gaining that level there. So a lot of people think that not a lot actually. I can say some people do believe that we're coming back to 12K or lower or whatever, but personally, I don't really think that's in the cards. Especially if you're paying attention to the market cycles and how they're structured. Remember who you're playing with here. These people, they know how to make money, right? Um, they're not gonna screw themselves out of another big run. In fact, we actually have some events that are taking place um, first quarter of next year that haven't happened since 2017. And if you guys remember what the 2017 bull run was like, that was pretty good. That was our biggest bull run yet, right? So, but yeah, there's um there's some assets that I'm acquiring right now. Um, if you guys kind of take a look at the thumbnail, you might kind of get a hint of one of them. But let's talk about Moon River a little bit. I did pick up some more Moon River. Um, I thought it was a great idea. Obviously, we are in this channel, but we also have an ascending wedge or a descending wedge. Sorry, that we're kind of playing in right now. Could we break out? Yeah, we could. Um, Probably gonna take a little bit of time. I'm not really worried about it though. Um, But once we break out of here, we do have to contend with this level up in here. around that $8-9 range, right? Hey, good to see you, Flintstone. Appreciate you showing up. 100%, brother. I appreciate you. Much appreciated as always. Flintstone's been rocking with us since day one, so there's it's always nice to see people in the community that have been around for quite a while still here, because there's so many people I've met on this journey that really, you have a black screen. What? Okay, hold on. Oh, uh, wow. Ta, that's crazy. Thanks, Flintstone. I appreciate it. Actually, well, no. You should have a black screen. Yeah, no black screen. I'm actually looking right now, and we're good to go. You almost had me fooled there for a minute. But for Moon River, what could we expect? Moon River is one of those assets that has not gotten a relief rally yet. Just like among many other assets, right? But before we can even consider something like that, we have to reclaim $9.34. Okay, like that's a must. We have to reclaim that. And look, just so happens that the 50-day moving average is sitting there as well. So make no mistakes. But you know, really, technically, this thing could see a relief to $50. Don't know when that'll happen, but the longer this thing stays suppressed, it doesn't really bother me too much. We have one more little event, in my opinion, or a time period that we're going to be able to really kind of take full advantage of these prices. Um, Especially things that I believe that could be very, very close to their bottom right now, which are not a lot of things, but there are some things that I do think if they didn't hit their bottom, they hit very close, and maybe they come back to retest those areas. But overall, in my opinion, you can't really beat buying something that's 99.9% down. Pretty sure that's a good discount, especially if you're looking for assets to have with this next market cycle. Just purely my opinion, right? But yeah, Moon River, it could see $50 for a retrace, but is it going to? Don't know. If it does, I'll be extremely happy. And all depending on the time in this cycle, I will definitely look to take some profits there. But yeah, this thing could be very interesting. Um, if you go to the KuCoin chart, it already pretty much almost hit this bottom target here of $3.52. It actually hit like 3.92, so it was only like 40 cents away. Um, but it didn't actually react that way on Binance, so that's kind of interesting. Um, these lines are the 1272, 1414, and the 1618 for the retrace. So as you can see, even here, this is totally possible to come down here still because we are in this channel, right? Let's see what happens. Maybe we come up here, hit this 236, and it gets rejected, and then we're still in this channel, right? Um, but remains to be seen. Regardless, I'm perfectly fine with my position because I do know what I hold. And I'm personally comfortable with it, and I know that it's going to be a good one for the next market cycle, in my opinion. It's going to do very well for me. So might not happen like that for everybody, but yeah. You know, like Kusama. Kusama is one that I do really do like, but I do believe it could go lower. We were under the one line there. We were kind of threatening coming down to $9.50, but and it hasn't happened right now. But I think it totally could still happen. So you got to be careful. You got to know when the correct times are to buy, and you're never gonna buy at a perfect time. And if you do, congratulations, because it can happen. Um, I've done pretty well in this bear market so far, especially buying certain areas. Um, been pretty happy with the results of that. So yeah, but Kusama, I would love to see it come down here 950, and even if I got a full 1618 retrace, that would be epic. I would buy some. I would get me a nice bag. But for right now, Moon River kind of hit some targets for me, so I feel it's in a good range. So I did pick up some of that, right? There is another asset that I know a lot of people don't really know about. Give me 1 second. So yeah, but anyways, yeah, there's a few other assets in this ecosystem that I really do like, and one in particular that I kind of went a little hard on. Um, so yeah, I don't know if you guys know about it. Some of you probably do know about it, and some of you probably don't. I'm kind of undecided if I should spill the beans quite yet, um, and kind of let you guys know. If you guys are curious, just let me know. Um, but yeah, what are you guys interested in buying right now, and what? I mean, what are you looking to buy for this next market cycle? Let's talk about this. USDT dominance. Um, we did see a full scale run here, in my opinion. Um, we could come down a little bit more, or we could go up a little bit more with this, but Lindell Morgan, good to see you, brother. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping in. But as of right now, technically USDT dominance. Obviously, you see the 1618 up here. We did hit our targets. Um, so yeah, this thing could totally be a triple top. If it is, this is where the market will see some relief and should get pretty interesting, especially for things that haven't seen a relief, because there are a lot of assets actually, that we were tracking earlier this year from January to like March really heavily that did see their full relief, which is pretty exciting. But there's a lot of assets that still have not. Oh geez, top five. Oh man, that's a hard one. It all depends, right? It all depends. It really does. It's really hard. Top five is really hard for me because it all depends what perspective you're really going with. Like the five safest coins that I thought, the five potentially best ones for gains. Um, hmm. How could what? We'll kind of go with a mix, right? But five is really hard, but we're gonna do it. Obviously, you guys know I like Pirate Chain a lot. just because of what they stand for. And I believe that privacy in the future will be pretty much invaluable. I really do. But thing about Pirate Chain is it still could go lower. Um, do I think it's a terrible price to buy? Absolutely not. But I do believe it could go lower. We have some other events happening later this year that could easily send this thing just a little bit lower. And I don't think a lot of people would be too happy if they did see it do that. You can see we got like a little. Ooh, this is great, right? This is kind of what you want to see. Something that's gone through a full market cycle, pretty much, right? That's great. That's all well and good, but it could go lower, and I'm okay with that. But I'm kind of holding off, being trying to be a little bit more patient because, and I'll show you why. We covered this in the last live stream as well, by the way, of these fibs hitting certain targets, right? Oh, so I gotta reset up all this stuff again too. So, yeah, when you reset everything on your computer, you have to go back and do all this stiffs. But as you can see, we came down here, barely, tapped this 618, but I'm really kind of looking in between here because we do have some support here, right? Some pretty good support. Um, but there's a lot more support, more so even here. So really, if we were to break that 20 cent region for Pirate Chain, that's when I would start to look for 10 cents, 13 cents, maybe even actually 6 cents. But at 6 pennies, I think that would be like the greatest gift ever. But still just trying to be patient though, because I do kind of have something I'm kind of playing out right now. Um, I don't really want to share at the moment, but maybe after it happens, maybe I'll share with you guys kind of like a grand plan that I have, and it makes sense for it to play out and happen. So I'm just kind of waiting and being patient. So so there's one, and these are in no particular order, by the way. Moon River, it would be another one. Um, we're just gonna put it out there. Um, you know what? Do gotta break up some coins in the ecosystem though, so I don't want. Let's see, what's another one? Hmm. There's so many. Like, have you guys looked at my watch list lately? This thing's massive. Doo-doo-doo. Check this out, right? So this is my watch list. Um, a lot of coins on here. So five is pretty tough. Funny story. I do think Illuvium is going to do really well. I think Illuvium is going to do exceptionally well. In fact, let's pull up the chart for Illuvium. Hit a low of $37 for this guy. This is one of those assets that's really hard to measure how far this thing would go down, right? But this thing had an all-time high of $1,950. Um, By the way, I don't think this is really in my top five, but we're gonna talk about it anyway because we were scrolling through the watch list here. Illuvium, you should really do your research and kind of check into them. I really do believe that this could be a very interesting play here, but even just from this little retrace here, you see that it came back and even tapped the 886 here on the retrace. Um, Again, this is something that really didn't see a relief, but it was kind of one of those that launched at crazy price. So just kind of see even what we could potentially be expecting just for this little move here. Um, hey, maybe $89. Come back up here to 97. But once we start breaking into next year, this chart's going to look much differently. Um, but we'll just go based on current low, right? Based on current low, if it were to, do what the charts say, this thing could, potentially be 22K, which is pretty interesting. But even if I didn't want to, 600, but check this out, watch. Market cap right now is 154 million. Circulating supply is only 3.2 million, and the total supply, while the max supply is 9.634 million, right? Okay, fair enough. This is actually has to do a lot with gaming, and I mean, look, man, you see where all this stuff is kind of going: gaming, metaverse, all this other stuff. Yeah, so I believe that they could take a nice piece of the market share and do very well. Um, I always say RSR over XRP. I know a lot of people are probably going to be mad about that, but just keeping it real. Um, Vulcan Forge, I do think will end up doing good in the next market cycle. Secret, I do like them. I'm glad to see that they came down in price, um, because I didn't even want to touch Secret at like 50 and 60 cents. I thought that was kind of ridiculous. Um, you can see it just touched that 236 and got wasted. Um, this isn't even a full chart. Let's go over here. We'll get a better idea. So, bam. Right back down to right where it kind of launched. Would be a, pretty much a damn perfect double bottom here. But I do believe I have targets to go lower. Well, I do like well. I do like well, but let me show you something interesting that I had found as well. So, cool thing about Secret, we did surpass that 786, right? Um, but now threatening the one, right? Here, I gotta put these settings on here. 1272, 1414, and where you at? 1618. Oh, already got it on there. Perfect it. But if we were to break 26 cents for Secret Network, we'd be threatening 9 cents. And then if we broke 9 cents, we'd be threatening 5 pennies. Okay, cool. Now, don't get me wrong, these guys are really cool. I'm not, but we have to be smart here. We're here to make money. That's why we're here, right? Circulating supply for secret is 211 million. Okay. The total supply is 259 million. Okay, cool. Total value locked is about $7 million right now. The market cap is 75 million. Okay, cool. I can appreciate that, right? Now, although I do like Secret Network, and actually they have some pretty cool stuff that they're doing with privacy stablecoins too, with the Silk, which is pretty awesome. But you pull this and it's not bad, right? 95 bucks. Right now this thing's sitting at 36 cents. It's not bad, but it's also not the better, the best return I've seen. But I do like Secret. If I can take a shot at this at like 9 cents, maybe even five, I will most likely load up. I will most likely load up. Um, Now let's just see if it did come down to that level, right? 9 cents. What would that put us at? See, now we're talking. Now we're talking a little better numbers. 188. I can mess. I can do that. Now, how about 5 cents? 5 cents would probably be just a little bit better. We'll go like five and a half, right? Um, $261. To me, that's good. That's a good return. That's a good return. Is it going to happen? I really don't know. We're going to have to find out. Um, but we do have some lower levels there that we could definitely test, right? Moonwell. Yes, I do like Moonwell. I do. Now let's look at it on CoinMarketCap, right? So Moonwell sitting at about a half a penny, right? About a half a penny. Perfect. Um, we got market cap of $2 million, right? Circulating supply, well, self-supported circulating supply is 318 million, right? But we have a total supply of 5 billion tokens. I don't know if this is correct because I would have to think that there's probably more out there in circulation. This is a coin that did launch in the bear market, so also keep that in mind as well. Peru, my brother, good to see you. Good to see you. What's up? How you doing? That's hilarious. It says Popo is here to monitor. So yeah, Moonwell, yeah, I like it, right? I do. I really can't give you a price because this thing definitely launched in a bear market. So we really don't know. Um, is this a good price range? Sure. Could we go lower? Absolutely, right? Now, let me show you something else. It's actually the brother sister to this, right? It's Moonwell Apollo. Okay. Now, 258 million, right? Circulating. And this one, instead of 5 billion, this has a 1 billion max supply. Okay. So definitely keep your eyes on this. I think this could be very interesting. And actually, this is a fourth of the price right now, almost 1/5 of the price. And you can still stake it just like you can Moonwell and everything. But I really believe that this is going to be interesting. And I think a lot of people are really overlooking Moon River right now because of Moonbeam. But what people don't understand, what I think a lot of people aren't really understanding, is Moon River. Everything gets tested on Moon River first. And if it's not good enough and it doesn't cut it, forget about it. It doesn't even go to Moonbeam, right? BSVI. That's what I'm talking about. There we go. There we go. Good. That's good. Yeah, Peru's big on BSV, which actually I think could be very interesting. I think BSV could be pretty interesting in the future. So right here, I think that this could be a very interesting coin to hold, and you can actually stake it for the same percentage as Moonwell. Um, the ticker is MFAM, and it stands for Moon River Family. Do your own research, of course, but I like this. I like the ecosystem a lot. And you know what? Since we're talking about the ecosystem, let's just go for it. This, in my opinion, is probably going to be the biggest gem of the entire ecosystem, and a solar beam. Now, solar beam is considerably lower market cap and considerably lower supply than both of those. Even Moon River or Moon River, it has a little bit more, has like four times the supply of Moon River because Moon River has a supply of 10 million, right? But this is a decentralized exchange, and you have to understand that these guys are working with Polkadot, Kusama. That's what Moon River and Moonbeam are all about, right? Is working with this entire ecosystem and linking all these different projects together in one shape or form. So I suggest you do some research on Solar Beam. Um, I know what I'm doing. I know what I've done, and I'm ready to just sit back and chill with this one. Um, as you can see, our market cap is 249,000. The funny thing is, 2 weeks ago we were sitting at 200,000 market cap. Okay, we do have a circulating supply of 15.7 million, and if you look on the decks right now, half of those are currently locked up. Um, it's not like the staking for Moon River and Moonwell, Moonbeam, all that, where you can just unlock it and go through a cooldown period. You actually have to lock it for a set amount of days. And remember, this is a decentralized exchange. And if you guys did not watch my decentralized exchange video, please go back, watch that. I do believe decentralized exchanges are going to be the next wave for the next market cycle, among many other things. But I think decentralized exchanges are going to get a lot of love next market cycle for good reason. So, yeah, that's kind of where we're at with that. So, you guys heard it here first. Solar Beam. Let's go. And I'm actually staking half of my Solar Beam. The old watch list, shall we? Let's see. Really like IoTeX, but not at this price. There's a lot of things I like Harmony, not at this price though. There's a lot of things that have not hit my targets that I do like. Darrow, I do like. I do like Darrow. I love Pirate Chain. I like Moon River. Um, Polka Starter, I do believe could be interesting, but I think it could go lower. Blocktopia, well, I do like that. It's a pretty interesting project. Please always do your own research. Router Protocol, it's a good project. TVK, I like it. And again, as we said, we called this one out, this bear market, hello. Please do your own research. There's a lot of people behind this one. It's very interesting. We found this at roughly about a half a penny, right? And you can see already in this bear market, this thing is appreciated uh, pretty well. It is at 4 cents right now, so that's like an 8x from where we found it from. So that's pretty cool. Orion Protocol, I do like. They got a nice low supply as well. VAI, another good one. Hopefully, we come back to test that base, but I'm not really sure if it's going to happen. Hacking, another good project, but you can't have all these. But this is actually one that I'm kind of waiting for to see if it comes back down, hits my lows. Is Unilend, 100 million max supply, currently sitting at about 24 cents. Um, Singularity Net, I was big on them, but I'm not. Maybe we'll see. We'll see what happens. But keep on going down. Boston Protocol, I think could be a very interesting project. Pokedex, I do like. Again, another decentralized exchange on the Polkadot network. Matrix I do believe it could do something extraordinary. Polka Markets, I like it. Zero Swap, I like it. Songbird, I like it. Yeah, there's a lot of interesting stuff. And lots of interesting stuff. Got obviously a pretty big watch list, but I will not own everything on this watch list. But these are just some things that I was kind of interested in, right? If Solana comes down to that $3.49 target, I'm gonna buy some Solana. If Matic hits my bottom target, I would love to buy some Matic, but it's got to hit these targets. It's pretty far away. If BNB hit my targets, I would buy some BNB. But I'm only buying things that, Jasmy. I think Jasmy will do really well too. Has a higher supply of 50 billion, but um I really do. You got to do your research, guys. I really think Jasmy will do fairly well, especially from where we first had bought Jasmy. I want to say it was like $274 per 100,000 tokens. That was a pretty damn good deal for Jasmy. Could it see that price again? Yeah, it could. It totally could. Oh, you sure you want to know? Because it's pretty low, and it's not even really so. Uh, it's not even really, so to speak, my target. It's just the chart, right? It's just the chart. Oh, jeez. Ah, that's funny. Wasn't looking. This is uh this is the last time I looked at the Binance chart. November of 2020. Look at that. Let's go to the KuCoin chart. You know what? Let's just go over here. Let's get all this data. Uh, some people, some people will totally argue with this, right? But you see this. There's not really support here, right? But there's a bunch of support here. So let's run this baby. That's my bottom target. And listen, it's just charts, guys. That's all it is. It's nothing personal. It's just charts. So, as you can see, we're just below that 236. We came down, almost tapped to 382. Didn't quite get that, but that's okay. But we haven't even come down to the 50 line, for gosh sakes. And Ethereum has at least done that. Come on. So, what do you think another smaller cap altcoin is going to do? Matic is not stronger than Ethereum. So, yeah. I'm looking at 2.6 cents. But I would totally start buying here. Why? Because there's just a little bit of support here, right? So I would start buying it like four and a half, well, about 4 cents. I would start buying at like 4.2 cents, and I would feel comfortable. I would really try to get this though, 2.6 pennies. Yeah, I think that's a very smart choice. So May of 19, right? All the way to December 20, right? Sheesh. This thing just chopped in this range. Literally over a year. Right? I mean, how could you not though, right? Cuz look, this is what I talked about on my last live stream. Let's just say this right here, this 32 cent Matic was the bottom, right? Let's just see what your returns would be. I think you'd be highly upset. $11.34. That's really nothing, you know? I mean, don't get me wrong, they're gains, right? But there's much more gains to be had out there. We're here to make money. Not be like, oh yeah, I was in that. I was in it. I was in it, guys. We're not. I don't really give a shit. I'm here to make money. That's literally it. Because I do have a life outside of this, and I'm trying to live it. And you can't live it when you're not making money. So now, let's see what you could be looking at if this was the absolute bottom for Matic. You'd be looking at a $53 price tag. That sounds a lot better. Sounds better. But guess what? It doesn't even have to get there. But $52, $53, yeah, that sounds much healthier. Like there's literally nothing from here to here. So there's nothing from 4 cents all the way to 30 cents, 31 cents. Do you really expect that to hold? No. Nothing. There's nothing in between. And like I said, if it doesn't, cool. I don't even want it. Nothing to do with it. But how long have we been on here? Oh, I think we're going to kind of cut this here in just a few minutes. If you guys have any other questions, please feel free to ask. And kind of take a peek. There you go. Yeah. This guy, give you, if this were to bottom, because we do have, I think we have like another couple lower targets in mind, but won't really go over it here. But we'll just wipe all this out. Doesn't even matter. Let's just say this was the bottom for this guy, right? What could we potentially be looking at? Could be looking at $14 TVK. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I like it. Um, but let's see what kind of targets it hit. You know, because I know you guys do like this asset too. So I made a nice little chunk with this thing last time. Even just swinging it and trading it, it did fairly well for me. This thing, when she runs, she runs. That's a fact. So yeah, we blew the 786 all the way out of the water. In fact, we're under the one line right now. We're actually threatening 1.2 pennies right now. If it were to come down there, that would be. Can't see your whole screen. Can't see your tickers. Okay. I guess you'll, yeah. Sorry, you'll have to, I guess, pay attention just a little bit better. Um, but yeah, this is TBK. I mean, we're under the one line. Does it have to? Does it have to come down here? No, it doesn't have to, but it's threatening it. And we made a lower low. I would love if it came down here, though. To be honest, I think that would be absolutely epic. I'd pick up a nice bag here for sure. Because then guess what? The price goes up for the run. If it comes down here, your price target goes up. And I'll show you what I mean. All time high. Let's just say it did bottom here at the absolute bottom. And remember, guys, a lot of these altcoins are going to bottom right around like February ish next year. So that'd be a $20 price tag. Let's go. Yeah, no, I like TBK. Um, I made a nice chunk with it last run. Um, Max started talking about it. Then I started really looking at it, did my research, and then I was trading it and stuff. And the thing was nice when it made runs. It ran really nice, really nice. Actually, this move right here from here to here. I made a healthy chunk. That was pretty sweet. Even on the run up too, but I remember just buying for this relief. That was pretty damn epic. Um, Anything else you guys kind of want to see before I hop off here? I got some stuffs to take care of. Above 30. See if we can get a weekly close above 30. We get a weekly close above 30 next week should be pretty good. Actually, let's look at the weekly chart on Bitcoin. I think we covered it at the beginning of the stream. Yeah, we can get it. Yeah, that'll be nice. Let's get a weekly close there. That would be pretty damn epic. Let's see. If you guys aren't a part of the Discord, join the Discord. Uh, Technical analysis classes are going to start in about 2 weeks. If you do want to be a part of these classes, they are going to take place in the Discord, so you will have to be in there. I'm not charging for these classes, but these will probably be the last classes that I do for free, just because I am so busy doing a million other things. Because this isn't like what I do all day long. Um, I have many other things that I do as well. So, but I will be taking one on ones as well if you guys need help with that. But those I will charge for. Um, so yeah, that's all I really got, unless anybody really wants to know anything else and maybe kind of some targets and such. But there's assets out there right now though that are just at certain prices, in my opinion, that you can't really ignore. And then there's other assets that you're just like, yep, got to pump the brakes on that. I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole, you know? So it's all about having that wisdom and knowledge and applying it, right? Especially where we are in this market cycle. Like I said, I believe we only have 8 months left until this thing really kicks up. But you're going to start seeing after the end of October, you're going to start seeing the crypto market get a little more exciting. Um, so yeah, I wish we had some more data to actually go on for even stuff like, you know what, this is really going to be a bad example, but we're going to do it anyway, just to kind of see what maybe we might be able to see, right? Maybe. Uh, Still price range. Yeah, like next fall. Next fall, things should be pretty damn interesting. You know what? Let's go to Ethereum. Let's go to Ethereum. Ethereum's a lot better at this. Ethereum would be a much better. Yeah, April 2020. Yeah, so see what happens. See what happens. It's gonna be interesting though. Um, so let's just say 14, 15 months from now, everybody's gonna be looking at their bags a lot differently. I think that's pretty safe to say. Especially with the events that we have to take place like next year, first quarter, to be specific. There's an event that is going to take. When you say bottom next February, you mean lower than right now in October? Well, here's the thing. Remember, it not everything bottoms at once. And I'm not speaking about Bitcoin or Ethereum. Bitcoin and Ethereum is excluded from this because, in my opinion, Bitcoin and Ethereum have already bottomed. But I'm talking about strictly for altcoins because you have to remember we have a Bitcoin halving happening March of next year, right? With these certain events that are taking place, you're going to see this market start to kick up probably like mid-February for especially for Bitcoin. It's going to be Bitcoin season again for a little bit. So, so yeah, that's what I say. It's going to be fun. But there are some assets out there that will be lower, but there's going to be some that I don't think that will be lower, to be honest. Um, Remember, everything doesn't bottom at once. This whole entire market rotates. Cryptocurrency market rotates, and that's just how it works. Here's something I haven't looked at in a while. Ooh, do total two. Let's look at total two. Yeah, total two. Really not in the greatest shape, but that's okay. Um, on the weekly, I should say. The weekly, we're below that 200. We're trying to break the 50 and the 200, which is going to be pretty interesting if it does, but sheesh. All right, so remember, let's just take a peek at this, right? Let's just see fucking market cap on this. Cap on that. Oh, this is probably absurd. Market cap is $6 billion right now for Polygon. Okay, let's do the market cap for BNB. Fucking 38 billion for BNB, right? All right, cool. So now you're messing with $44 billion right here, right? Between those two cryptocurrencies. We're at a market capitalization total to 551 billion, okay? Just Matic and BNB's market cap actually makes up a pretty damn good percentage of this. Wow. Almost 10%. Just that's two assets. Almost 10% of this market cap, right? So you can see how this market cap could, or this chart could totally go down. That's only two assets that still have not seen a full correction, right? Let's see. And I think this is going to be our last one. This is going to be our last major market cycle. I truly believe that. I do. I do. I do. I mean, hell, think about it. Even if we got cut in half from here, it's $272 billion. But you also have to be smart too. It doesn't mean the whole damn market is going to go with it too. If you're buying things that are extremely cheap right now and that are, hit their targets, you have to do what you got to do, you know, for you. I don't think anybody should listen to anybody. In fact, I think everybody should literally just do their own research and really go on their own with all that. So November of 15, yeah, we could totally say that. Or October of 16. Okay. So fucking funny. October 16. Look at that. Like clockwork. Ooh, that's kind of funny because look at this, right? So, funny story. It didn't even come down and touch the 382 for the last market cycle too. Yeah, Litecoin having soon August. Let's go. So that's kind of interesting, guys. This never even came down and touched the 382. In fact, it got close, but this time we actually got we got some solid touches there. So that's pretty interesting. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see what happens. Maybe not. Let's look at the. Yeah, this thing looks like it wants to. And let me just be clear. After the mid August, we got a lot of bearish events coming. So I would totally be very careful after mid August. In fact, I think a lot of really good prices we're gonna see towards end of October. So, because we got some events taking place in September as well as October. So that's why I always suggest people to do their own research and stuff. But if you're here for the long term and for this next market cycle and you're trying to make buys for there, let them hit your targets. Let them hit them targets and then buy, right? That's what I say. So, all right, guys, I'm out of here. I hope you all have an awesome day. Thanks for coming to hang out. And yeah, we'll probably do this again next Thursday. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe. Um, and join the Discord if you want those TA classes. I'll see you guys.